All right, here I am with Tyler Foote, and we are in Las Vegas.
Beautiful Las Vegas.
Beautiful Las Vegas. It's January. It's actually a little chilly.
It is a little cold.
I didn't know that this could happen.
Yeah, well, you're here the warmest day we've had in the last week. We've been in the 20s and 30s all week, so it reminds me of being back home in Utah. So
Has it snowed?
We haven't. Parts of town got a couple flurries here and there, but I haven't seen anything.
And you are an artist. You are a photographer, right?
I'm a photographer. I hope I'm an artist. I try to be. So.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
Well, if you've seen our other video, I work at a wedding chapel. I'm one of the owners of a wedding chapel. It's a family business. When I was 15 years old, we had a guy quit halfway through a shift. They handed me a camera and said, "You're a wedding photographer, so go take pictures. You've got three more weddings today to handle." So that's how I got started.
But you had been playing with the camera before that?
I had about 15 minutes experience with the camera before that moment. I followed our main photographer on one wedding. We did it together.
With the film camera, mind you.
With the film camera, so I couldn't see anything that I had actually shot. So I followed him on one wedding without filming my camera. He shot. I shot over his shoulder, wrote down all the settings and everything for the different locations, and then they handed me off to the next couple as a 15-year-old kid, and we've come a long way since then. Don't judge our business based off
we're talking about how you got into becoming an artist, becoming a photographer.
After that, I sat down with him. He trained me on everything I did wrong, which was everything. And just kind of started refining the skills.
So you learned from someone else here at the family business. And you've been here for 15 years.
On and off. I went off to school for a couple years. I actually did an internship with Kenneth Linga up in Utah.
How long ago was that?
About 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he. For those that don't know him, he's the most award-winning photographer out of Scandinavia.
Okay.
Norwegian guy, very cool guy. He taught me a ton. So
nice.
I said, "I don't want any money. Just let me follow you around for a year." And he said, "Okay." So it worked out pretty well. Very
nice. So, and now you own or part owner of the Chapel of the Flowers.
Yep.
Or littlechapel.com.
Littlechapel.com. I train all of our photographers. I try to spend at least a couple hours with each of them. There's 15 of them, so it's a pretty big commitment to spend time with them. But I try to spend time with each of them at least every month or two. So.
Okay. So are you mainly a wedding photographer?
I am. My strong point is probably wedding photography.
Yeah.
I also really enjoy.
Any pet projects?
Yep, I do. I had a good friend that said anything you learn about photography can improve every other aspect of your photography. So if you learn landscape,
the word to live by. I like that.
Yeah, if you learn landscape photography, it can actually help your wedding photography. So I also do a lot of landscape work, and I also do a lot of LDS temples.
Yeah. You had one handy here, so we thought we'd bring it into the video.
It's actually a misprint, so ignore the bottom 2 inches here, and that will be okay.
They can't even see it. It's 14 millimeter here.
But yeah, this is I do a lot of HDR stuff lately. Not your typical grungy HDR. I finesse them a lot, and it's one of many steps in the process of editing is running it through some HDR software.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else that you like shooting?
Guns. I like shooting guns.
Really? Okay.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
I enjoy shooting everything. I typically have my camera with me. I do family photos and kids, and like I said, I try to do a little bit of everything so that I can bring that knowledge into my weddings or into whatever I happen to be doing. If I'm an amazing landscape photographer, it makes it that much easier when I'm at the Grand Canyon to do a Grand Canyon shoot. So
nice. Yeah. Is there any kind of style of photography that let's go in another room?
Yep. Get some lights for us real quick.
So is there any style of photography that you would say that you probably never do or not that interested in, but that you really respect? Like I'd love to, I really like that type of photography. I would never do that.
I won't say I would never do that.
Oh yeah?
I stink at black and white.
Oh,
I don't know why. I love black and white photography. Ansel Adams Gallery came to Vegas several years ago, and I went multiple times and absolutely love and respect black and white enormously. I'm just not as pleased with my. I'm
gotcha.
far too picky with my black and white to actually.
So mostly color.
Yeah, I'm almost all color.
Okay. And I know that you use a bunch of Canon cameras.
I'm a Canon guy.
Yeah. And what else? You, where do we find you? You're on Facebook and Google Plus, right?
I am. Yeah, Tyler Foote, templesbytyler.com. You can find me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Foote.
Foote. Just like the end of your leg, but with an E at the end.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, it's nice getting to know you a little bit better.
Absolutely. Good talking to you, Scott.
Have a good one.
Yep.